Hello friends, welcome to All-in-One YouTube channel. So today we will be continuing our discussion on Sustainable Development Goal 1, which is to end extreme poverty or to end poverty in all its forms from everywhere. So we have dealt with the targets and indicators in the previous session. In this session, we'll be dealing with the importance or the significance of the SDG goal number 1. So the Sustainable Development Goal 1. So let's check the importance. Okay, so like I said, that will be in the answer format, that the format that I choose to write in my examination. So I will be sharing my notes with you. Okay, and explaining those notes word by word. The first advantage or the importance. It's the foundation to sustainable development. It is a goal number 1 in the 17 list. It is the foundation, still the foundation to poverty, to end poverty in all its forms. Okay, and we know poverty is a multidimensional concept. So when we say to end poverty, it means a lot of things. Okay. We had discussed many of it in the last session. So make sure you watch that video. Okay. You can go to the channel and you use the playlist icon. Or you can search it in the playlist. Okay. Maevs, MST90. Okay. SDG1 goal is central because it is important because poverty eradication underpins the success of all other goals. We need to achieve all other goals, like we need to get gender equality as per the stage 5 or any other goals. But suppose there is poverty, who cares what other goals are? If there is poverty, the primary concern will be poverty. Like we need to get good education, but we have power, we don't have nothing to eat. We'll be focusing on that only, right? We will dump the school and go to some jobs to earn for their living, to get some food. This is the entry point for achieving human development and social justice. It's the entry point. Okay, it's so much critical. That's what we are trying to prove uh, in this first point. Okay, without lifting people out of deprivation, access to education, like the SDG 4, healthcare, that is the SDG 3, clean water, SDG 6. If you are poor, how will you access clean water? Okay, if you are poor, you won't be getting access to clean water. Okay, we need to pay for it, right? Then decent work, SDG 8 remains limited. Okay, we have interlinking the SDG 1 with other SDG goals. In a sense, SDG 1 operationalize the moral and development imperative of leaving no one behind. We are not leaving anyone behind here. That's why we said to end poverty in all its forms. All its forms include, we have discussed, in every form, every marginalized group are going to be benefited out of it. So that's one importance. Second, integrating multidimensional poverty. We have the goal, the SDG goal number 1, have integrated the multidimensional nature of poverty here. So just you don't have income doesn't matter. Okay, income matters, but not only on income, health, education, standard of living, everything is taken into consideration. The goal expands the traditional income based the notion of poverty. So traditionally we have been measuring poverty based on income. It integrates economic, social, and environmental dimension. Recognize that deprivation involves lack of access to housing, health, education, participation, and resilience. Okay, this multidimensional lens helps government design more holistic anti-poverty strategy. So when you have this multidimensional poverty or the view as of poverty as a multidimensional thing, multidimensional situation, the government will be able to address the whole. For example, traditionally we have been associating poverty as an economic issue. So what will be the government do to provide what income or pension or jobs to earn a living? But when we see that poverty is multidimensional, so access to clean water, education, health are also taken into consideration by the government. What will the government do? Not only creating jobs, they will also build good hospitals, public schools, education facilities, infrastructure, roads to get easy access to those institutions or services. Okay, the India's multidimensional poverty index. So India has also have the multidimensional poverty index. Who controls it? The Niti Aayog. Okay, the Niti Aayog. Wait a second. So the third point is to promote inclusive economic growth. The third importance. So inclusive economic growth, that we are making sure that every sections of the society or the people of India or the people of the world are benefiting out of it, and the economic activity is they have been. We are ensuring that everybody is getting access to these economic activities. Okay. So SDG 1 emphasizes that growth alone is insufficient. Okay, just the country growing or the world growing is not sufficient unless it is inclusive and equitable. We should make sure that everybody is growing, not only the rich are growing. Okay. By linking poverty eradication with decent work, that is SDG 8, reducing inequality, that is SDG 10, it guides nation to design growth models that distribute opportunities more fairly. Okay, that creates a lot of opportunities. Investment in rural livelihood, skill development, and social entrepreneurship are all aligned with this inclusive vision. Okay, skill development, rural livelihood, social entrepreneurship, like, okay, they are all aligned with the inclusive vision. Now, the fourth point. What were the first point? Foundation to sustainable development. Integrating multidimensional poverty. Promotes inclusive economic growth. The fourth point is strengthen social protection and resilience. Social protection and resilience. We have seen in the targets, right? Social protection was the third goal. Target 1.3 calls for a universal social protection system. This is crucial for cushioning vulnerable population against economic shocks, pandemics, and climate disasters. Okay, the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent economic disruptions have shown how robust welfare mechanism like India's PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, the scheme, okay, for the Garibs. Garibs means who? Yeah, you know it. MGNRGA. Okay, the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Generation Act can prevent millions from falling back to poverty. Okay, we are quoting some government schemes here. Then the fifth goal, the reduces conflict and enhances human security. Reduces conflict and enhances human security. Poverty and inequality. Okay, we are reducing conflict as well as enhances human security. When there is no conflict, we are ensuring human security. Okay. So poverty and inequality often breed discontent. Okay. So for example, if there is a lot of poor here and there is no job, what will they do? They will try to snatch things out of it. The crime rate will increase. Okay. So ensuring poverty also is directly or indirectly linked to the security of the nation or the security of the society as a whole. Okay. Poverty and inequality often brings discontent, migration, and conflict. By addressing structural deprivation, SDG 1 strengthens social cohesion and political stability. Eradicating poverty promotes SDG 16 and builds trust in governance, enabling society to progress more equitably. So SDG 16, we will learn about it in the coming session. Okay, SDG 16 is the second last call. We need to wait a bit longer to learn about it. Okay. So it reduces conflict and enhances human security. I hope you have got the linkages between it. Okay. Now the sixth point supports climate adaptation. Okay, when we were in the last session, when we were talking about the targets and indicators, we have learned about the resilience towards climate shocks and climate goals. Which goal was that? Okay, the number, leave the number. Okay, so support climate adaptation and sustainability. So sustainable development goal. Okay, so it definitely deal with sustainability and climate adaptation. Poverty reduction enhances environmental sustainability. Poor communities are most exposed to climate risk, yet least equipped with the adapt. Okay. For example, the temperature is increasing. If you are in Delhi region, you know the temperature is increasing. We call it hot island. Okay. So what will be the rich do? They will have air conditioned homes and offices. But what about the poor? They'll be in the burning sun only. Some of them may have a ceiling fan or a table fan. Okay. So the poor are more exposed to these risks. Okay. SDG 1 linkages with targets 1.5 ensure that poverty eradication strategies incorporate disaster risk reduction, climate adaptation, making development pathways more sustainable. We are ensuring disaster risk reduction, climate adaptation, and making development pathways more sustainable. Okay, wait a second. So let's check into the seventh point, the global and moral ethical imperative. So let's check it. The global and moral ethical imperative. Beyond economics, the SDG 1 symbolizes a universal commitment to human dignity. Okay, it supports human dignity, like it gives a lot of importance to human dignity. It represents solidarity between nations, and emphasizing that extreme poverty anywhere is a threat to shared humanity everywhere. To emphasize that if there is extreme poverty in one nation, it is a concern for all other nations. Okay, it is a threat to all other nations because we all are interconnected in this globalized world. Okay, if there is poverty somewhere, there should be poverty somewhere also, or maybe the production is so less. Okay, okay, so we must be such interconnected. Okay, as the first SDG, it sets the ethical tone for the entire 2030 agenda. It sets an ethical tone. What's ethics? You know, it's about knowing what is right or wrong in a issue. Ethics. Okay. Yes, we use ethics in common language. Okay. So that's ethics. So that's all for today's session. And then the next coming session, what we'll be discussing? Yeah, India's achievement in this regard. The SDG goal number 1. What India has achieved. What programs India had introduced. Okay, we will be looking some data as well. Okay, so be ready for it. We will see you in the next session.